Right now, Catholic priests and other clergy here in New York State are under no legal obligation to tell police that a child has been abused. In the wake of the sex abuse scandals in the Buffalo Diocese exposed by the 7 Eyewitness News I-Team, one lawmaker wants that to change. 7 Eyewitness News I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht explains.
That legislation is what I see as the next essential step in ensuring that we never have the kind of sex abuse scandals that we're seeing now in the future.
Assemblywoman Monica Wallace on Friday introduced a new bill that would add clergy from any religion, including Catholic priests, to New York State's list of mandated reporters for child abuse. The proposed law would make it a crime for clergy not to report instances of child abuse, a standard that already applies to teachers, doctors, and most professions that deal with children.
Currently, there are 45 other professionals listed. Clergy are not among them.
Not only are clergy not mandated to report child abuse, since 1811 they have enjoyed a special carve-out in New York's laws called clergy privilege that makes confidential anything said to them in settings like confession. Wallace's bill would keep that clergy privilege intact, but would make an exception for child abuse.
Look, regardless of what the context is, if you have information about a child being abused, you have a higher obligation to report that abuse and make sure that we protect that child.
Catholic Bishop Richard Malone says he fully endorses the idea of clergy as mandated reporters, but opposes the part of the bill regarding clergy privilege and confession, saying in a statement, quote, "I will never endorse any bill that allows for violation of the confidentiality and inviolability, the seal of confession. The faithful have the right to expect total confidentiality when they confess their sins and seek God's forgiveness. History gives evidence that priests have accepted death rather than violate the seal of confession."
There's some incredible reporting this year by you guys and others. You were able to uncover so much that took place, and thankfully you were able to do that. And hopefully with cooperation from the people in the clergy, it won't happen again.
For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.
An all-new Monday morning at 6 a.m., I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht brings us his latest report on sex abuse by Western New York priests. You're going to hear from a Western New York child sex abuse survivor who shared in detail what happened to him on social media and went viral. He says some people knew of the abuse and they could have stopped it but didn't, and how he's taking actions decades later. We hope you join us for the story. That's again Monday at 6 a.m.